Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Recap Races. However, this is for the Kenny Pro Series this time. If you don't know what the Kenny Pro Series is, it's basically the secondary division of the Kenny Cup Series. Helps up-and-coming drivers develop their talents to move up, hopefully, to the Cup Series one day. Or they're just Cup drivers who weren't as good in the Cup Series and may have made a career down here in the Kenny Pro Series. Or they're just drivers who have just stayed on here ever since they joined the Kenny Pro Series. There's a few of them you have, to be fair. There's going to be 3 episodes to the Kenny Pro recap races. First episode, which is today, will be the first 7 races of the year. Then we'll do the next 7 races in part 2, and then part 3 we'll do the championship race weekend for the Kenny Pro Series. Basically, it's a 15-race season. You know, the first episode you got like 14 races, and then the championship race was like 1. I know what I'm saying, so let's get into race number 1 because we got a lot of races to cover here. So race number 1 took place at Iowa. Yeah, out of all the races to begin off, we start our season at Iowa of all places. Jeez, it feels ages ago now that weekend happened. Anyways, don't get confused on who everyone is because obviously most of these drivers you probably haven't heard of because they're either just drivers you see in the back of the field in the Kenny Cup races, for example, Sophie Buckingham for MBM, Bella Ford racing for Rockstar Energy Racing, Benny Motors for Legacy Motor Club, and so on and so forth. And you got other drivers who you really haven't even heard of before, like Ellis Tennant. He's been for Venturina Motorsports. He's finished in 50. He's pretty solid, but he's been around in the Kenny Pro Series for quite some time now. Lennon, he's been around for a while, finished P22. Harley Bellett, Harry Exley, 28, 29. They haven't really moved really anywhere. I mean, they haven't made any cup starts, and you can kind of see why, because they kind of do suck. And I also Lily Wilkinson as well, finished in 31st. She got wrecked out by Liam Sheepman, which is why she DNF'd, and I guess I'll go for Karis as well. She blew a tyre in turn 2, and Leo blew a tyre in turn 1. Those are the only incidents that really happened this race, but no incidents that happened. So yeah, I remember Lily doing it. He's a rookie this year in the Kenny Pro Series. No, she hasn't made a select cup start yet, for some reason. I don't know why Joe Gibbs hasn't done that. All going to Warburgs. I mean, it could change next year. And also, yeah, race winner, Alfie Lyons, who you've probably never heard of before. Yeah, he got the first one of the year. He was in place for Cody Ware for the New Hampshire race since Ware was suspended for a race for potentially wrecking Charlie Norman, but we're not going to get into that right now. As you can see, Alfie Lyons gets a W, his second career win in the series, his first win, well, hopefully of the year. He pretty much dominated this race, and you're going to see that a lot. Most drivers who won races, well, dominated them because there's not much talent. Well, there's a lot of talent, but once you take the lead, more likely they're not going to wrestle it back from you. So, yeah, you can certainly see the rest of the finish results there. No finishes. Liam Sheeman, his first Kenny Pro Star, finishing P8, not a bad run. Quite a little, P5. So Buckingham running down Elfie at the end though, but came up just short, finishing P2. Preston Hodwin, Katie Barrow finishing 18th and 20th for Spire and SS Greenlight Racing. That's a pretty good run for them. Being out of Joe Gibbs' car and a few of the Stewart Racing cars. Yeah, Surrey's ain't that good at this year. Just because they have a driver in the Liam Higwin who brings sponsorship from Smithfield. Not that talented, but they just keep him around because of the money. And Lennon, who's, he's going to, show his age, I guess. Not really, but you know what I mean. Anyways, again to race number 2 because, well, there's not much to say this race. It was just an hour race. Race number 2 took place at New Hampshire, and this race and the weekend 0 was very interesting. Obviously, this weekend was heavily infected by Mother Nature and rain, so the kind of Cup Pro race had to be moved to a Saturday race. If you don't know, the Kenny Pro Series races on a Sunday. It's basically the race before the Cup Series do. What the Cup Series cars do. You know what I mean, but they race on Sundays. However, due to Mother Nature, the race was pushed back to a Saturday morning. Very early morning, I say so the least. And just so the rain wouldn't affect the race. And definitely the rain did not affect them, thank goodness. Jonah Hopkins picks up the win, his first win of the year. Bill Malley Racing's first win of the year too. Well, obviously, since last race was won by Team Penske. The race was definitely more interesting than the Iowa race. Instant earlier on, Richie Griffiths got turned into the outside wall of turn 4, taking out Bertie Morant. Bertie continued on while Richie Griffiths had too much front end damage, so his day was done. Aaron Swallows, he blew a tyre up in turn 3, slammed hard into the outside wall. Her day was done. And Lennon, I'm going to assume he blew a tyre out too, because I can't remember him to rim. I think he blew a tyre out too in turn 3. And his day, sadly, so top death for him. So, and then William Murphy finishing 29th, 6 laps down. Not a good run for him after finishing, I think, P21st, I don't know. He did not finish in the last race, which is not good for him. So he'd be dropping out of points a bit. Anyways, Jordan Hopkins gets the win. His teammate Lewis Braylett finished in P2, so it's McAnally 1-2, and they're both teammates. Only 2 teammates for McAnally. Charlotte and Cross finishing 3rd, Bella Ford finishing 4th again, and Freddie has the top 5. Sky Nicholas, a very good performance after her 23rd at Iowa, coming home 6th. Alpha Lion 7th. Lyra Hearn, after having a not so good run at Iowa, finishes P8. Kata Bowsent for finishing 9th in a Screen Racing Cup, really good there. And she's even back-to-back top 10s for him. Alvanova finishes. Madison Capel finishing a nice 14th. Ashton Hicks 16th. Karis after her last place finishes had a good decent run in 18th, but then also good runs for like Daria, Lewis Norman, Harriet, Lily Wilkinson. Not good runs for them, finishing 17th, 19th, 20th, and 23rd. Even some of them, half of them, nearly all of them finished a lap down, which is not good because most of those calls came out early. Yeah, the rest of the race kind of went green, and Jonah kind of dominated the entire race. No, actually, I think Lewis dominated the entire race, and then Jonah on that final restart just passed him and took the win for himself. So, sorry for Lewis, but you'll be seeing more of Lewis in a few minutes. So, let's get into race number 3. Race number 3 took place at a track that not really any of the series goes to, not even the kind of Cup Series, not even the Kanasca Cup Series, the Xfinity Ultra Truck Series. Now, Nashville Fairground Speedway, literally this took place even during when NASCAR was the Cup Series in the overtime attempts. Jesus me. Anyways, Alfie Lyons picks up win number 2 of the year immediately because this race was, well, pretty boring as you can tell. No one DNF. There were a few incidents. Lewis Braylett got spun around turn 2 by quite a little by accident. Came down and chopped up. Came down on him, was not clear. Liam Shipman got turned by Lily. Those two having a little rival or something because that's the second incident those two being involved in. Bruh. Liam did finish race though. Though 9 laps down, that car was pretty torn up afterwards. After that, because those two placed like the first 30 laps of the race, the rest of the race went green and it was very boring because Alfie Lyons he just kind of dominated the entire race. He kind of started on par and led all the laps, so there wasn't really much action up front. Though Archie Price did put a little charge at the end, though wasn't enough as he did finish P2. Lewis Norman P3, Dario a very nice P4, her first win of the year, and Charlie from Cross advanced to top 5. Aaron Swallows as well, a nice run for her, finishing P6, first win of the year for her too. Sophie Buckingham 7th, Carl Little 8th, Jonah Hopkins last race winner 9th, and Harriet picks up her first top 10 of the year in 10th place. Other no finishers, Lily Wilkinson finally gets top 15 this year in 12th. Really should have done that in race 2. You'll enjoy good racing, driver. Just saying. And then Lewis Braylett, after spinning out, did not recover very well when he finished in P20th. And you can kind of see the rest of the field there. Not many other good drivers. Liam Hickman finished 28th. He got beamed by a front row car, for crying out loud. Both of the Spire cars too. Yeah, if you don't think Liam's only there because of his sponsorship money, I don't know what else to say. So, yeah. We're going to move on to race number 4 because there's not much else to say about this race. It was pretty boring, if you ask me. Race number 4 took place at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Try and saying that 5 times in a row. That's like the longest name I think I've ever got to hear. And obviously this took place in the Indianapolis weekend. It's like 2 weeks after the first few races of the year. And Lewis Brainer picks up his first win of the year and his first career win ever in the series. And surprisingly, fun fact, he's the first driver this year in both series to pick up their first win. It took us till Indianapolis weekend to finally get a first time winner. Jeez, man. Anyways, he's been around since 2021, so very nice to see Lewis finally pick up his first win in his career. He's been so close to winning a few of them, so congrats to that 48 team. They've come so close to winning obviously came close to win New Hampshire earlier, like I said earlier on, but finally pick up number 1, so congrats to them. As you can tell, this race was also boring. It was like 2 instances the first couple of laps. One was interesting though, Alpha Lions got turned by Archie Price on lap 2, so that kind of killed his runs for the day. He only came out to finish P15, so top of that for him. And then the second caution, Harley Bailey got turned by Karen Sparks. Yeah, the last 2 cars finished the race. They ended up wrecking each other out somehow. Harley finished 6 laps down, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing else happened. They just kind of just dominated the entire race. Archie finished P2, Jonah P3, Daria P4 once again, and Charlie P5. Is that like the same top 5 as it's like the same top 5 as Nashville? Bruh. Liam 6, Aaron Swallow 7, Richie Griffiths nice run in 8th, Freddie in 9th, and Leo runs to the top 10. Other known finishers, Ashton Hicks, nice 12th place finish for him. Alfie Lyons, like I said, finishes P15. That's going to kill his points lead after the first 3 races. Winning 2 out of the first 3 races of the year. Jeez. Very good cars. Lily and Sky didn't have good runs. 17th, 18th. Elias Henry finished 21st. Not a good run for him. Harriet finished 26. She had I don't know what happened to her, but she did not have any good run today. She got beaten by Karras and Preston, a couple cars she beats, and then she beat them, and then they beat her. Jeez, no good run for Harriet. Not really any injury motorsports cars. All but I think all of them had not good runs at all today. Jeez. So we're going to move on to race number 5 because, again, there's nothing to say about this race. This race, after the first couple laps, was kind of gone boring and kind of came to Lewis's hands. Here's a race I want to talk about. Berlin, another race that the top 3 divisions of NASCAR, all the kind of cups we don't go to. This race brought chaos. Finally, some chaos in a race. Finally. It took us 5 races, but we finally got some chaos. It really came in the hands of one person. Louis Braille, who finished 12th down there. He was the perpetrator of a couple incidents this race. First of all, taking Alfie Lyons off the racetrack. Obviously, Berlin does not have a backstretch wall. Lewis put up full advantage. He just, shoved Alfie out of the racetrack. Literally. He still finished the race, finished in P15. Again, but it was a very interesting situation. He got a lap down, but he got his laps back eventually. Then he persisted to take up Preston Hotwood. He finished 24th, and then he did the big sensitive day. I don't know what Lewis was on, but he just ran right into the back of Liam, spin him around, and then taking other drivers with him. Jonah Hopkins, Karras, Richie, Archie, Charlie, Dylan Bell got a piece of it. Liam Hickman got a piece of it. It was like a junkyard over there off turn 4. A couple of cars DNF, Richie, Karras, Liam, and Jonah, all DNF. Their first DNFs of the year. Actually, this Karras' second DNF. Tough break for her. And then Charlie and Archie, not good run for them as well. 27th, 28th. Third finish, I believe, outside top 15 for them. So tough break there. Leo Bogdan also spun out as well, finished in P17. He burned a bit, I guess. And then probably the biggest one, Lennon. He finished 21st. I haven't talked about Lennon much in this video. Yeah, you're gonna hear from him now. Louis Brilla going to him, cut his tie down, and Lennon was having a good run as well, up there in 12th. Yeah, Lewis got into him, cut down Liam's tire, and then he went around in turn 3. After the race, those two got into a little brawl. Yeah, they got into a humongous fight. Crews were in it. It was mayhem on pit road. Just one of those classic night races at Berlin, I guess. Anyways, that's enough talk about the actual race. Let's look at the results. Bella Ford, I should not keep her out of this. Picked up her first win of the year, the first non-McAnally or Team Penske to win this year. Junior Motors picked up their first win of the year with Bella. I had one in a few years as well for Bella, so congrats to her. Harriet, a much near second place after last race's terrible run. Sophie P3, Birdie P4, and how about Ashton Hicks finishing P5 in a Phoenix Racing car? That's brilliant, good for him. Elias Tennant 6th, Leo O'Hearn 7th, Daria 8th, Connor 9th, and Freddie ran to the top 10. Album No Insurance, Katie finishes 13th. In this race, Roche G 18th, Madison Capel 19th, Dylan Bell got a nice 20th, that's his first 20th of the year. And you can see the rest of himself there. So this race brought chaos, and I enjoyed all of it. A good race at Berlin, probably the best race so far this year. Can't say about the next race though, so let's move on to next race. Which took place at Dover. Yeah, don't ask me why Dover is here. It just is. Someone put this on the schedule. I don't know who, but someone did. Was it an interesting idea? Not really. This race also brought chaos as well. Though this time in a bad way, actual bad way, because it only really involved one incident. There are 3 incidents this race also. The first one was for Harriet spinning in turn number 2. Got loose underneath, so I think Sophia Buckingham. As you can see, she did recover to finish P5, so good comeback for her. The other incident, the second incident, was probably the biggest talk of this race. Down on the second restart, on the second lap of the restart after Harriet spin. Bella and Lewis side by side for third, and I don't know what happened, but Bella just lost it, went up the racetrack, got into Lewis, then Aaron made it through on the inside. And then Bella and Lewis made contact, and it was just on from there. Bella got turned, and literally half the field was involved in the incident. And I'm not kidding, well, over half the field was involved. Because over half the field was involved in the incident. Even some drivers finished inside the top 15 had damage, like Ashton Hicks in 12th, Dylan Bell in 15th, Liam Hickman in 10th. They got damage in that wreck too. Over half the field was involved in the incident. It was easy to tell who wasn't involved in the wreck. Thankfully, some drivers who weren't at the back of the field managed to put on their brakes in time before Arca breaking into the wreck. Because, yeah, I could just name everyone involved in the wreck. Because most of the field were Jonah, Lennon, Bertie, Richie, Leo, Preston, Connor, Daria, Freddie, Sophie, Lewis, Liam, Sky, Bella, Ellis, Dylan, Ashton, and Liam all got involved in that humongous wreck on the back straightaway. It was the Dover Big One. The last time I've seen a Dover Big One in quite some time, if you ask me. I think when was the last time I saw a Dover Big One? Like 04, 2016? Jeez, been a while. Yeah, so most of the field DNF from the incident. Well, not most of the field. At least half of the field managed to go back on the racetrack. Some cars like Jonah, Lennon, Bertie, and Rich, they got their car back on the racetrack, along with Preston as well. Though we'll talk about him in a second. But yeah, tough break for a lot of drivers, a lot of big names involved, and this race kind of just turned into just boredom after. Well, not boredom. It still had some interesting moments still, but with less competition or cars out there, the race just kind of nared out. And the third caution of the day came out when Preston, who got back on the racetrack, got repaired. Yeah, his engine blew up, and in trying to avoid, Leo slipped in the oil and spun out in turn number 1. Slammed back and slammed to the outside wall, and his day was also down, so tough break for him. He was involved in the incident, like I said, but he did continue on because he only just went out, trying to avoid most of the incidents. But yeah, tough break there, finishing P22, not a race he wanted to talk about. The finish itself, though, was interesting. Alfie Lyons once again dominated the race. However, Lewis Norman had a quicker car on that last restart, got a good run off 4, and passed him for the lead. And then out of absolutely nowhere, Rose G found some actual speed in that car finally, and actually passed Archie and Alfie, and Charlie, and Harriet, and Aaron, and somehow got to P2, and everyone thought for a second, I even thought she was going to take the win away from Lewis. However, Lewis used the, dirty air, or Lewis just couldn't get the good speed as Lewis's car. Might have been a bit faster, and Lewis picks up the win, his first win of the year, first win for RFK as well, so good for him. You got to feel for Rose though, finishing P2. Probably our best chance to win this year, so top break for Rose. Nearly broke a long winless streak. Archie Price 3rd, Alfie Lyons 4th, Harriet 5th, Aaron 6th, Lee finally got a top 10 in 7th, at least he avoided a wreck. Charlie 8th, Caden nice running 9th, and Liam Hickman finally picked up that top 10 of the year. Finally. It took him this long to get it done, but hey, you got it done in the end. Alvin finishes, Karis 11th, Ashton 12th, Harley, Madison, Dylan, Harry, Kyron, yeah, they finally got these finishes this year, and everyone else you can tell kind of got racked out with DNF. So, top it for them. Let's get into race number 7 finally. And finally, the final race of this episode, race number 7, took place at Richmond, the recent race so far for the Kenny Pro Series. And Lewis Braylock goes on to win this one, his second win of the year. Second driver to get his second win of the year as well in the Kenny Pro Series, so good for him. Second career win at 1-0, so congrats to him. This race, thankfully, didn't bring much more chaos, though there was a bit of chaos in the back straightaway. Alfie Lyons, see there, he DNF, finished in 32nd, not a good point stay for him. 3-wide situation, it was Aaron, I think it was Aaron down low, Connor led him up top, and Connor obviously going for him, you obviously see him, he finished 28th, 4 laps down. He got spun around by Alfie. Well, Alfie spun him around. Well, Connor spun Alfie around. He did a 360, and everyone did a good job avoiding him. Minus Harry, who slammed right into him in the end. I don't know what Harry was trying to accomplish, but he slammed right to the side of Alfie. Both cars DNF'd. Top of the day for Alfie. That's not the day he needed. And Harry, how is he still here? Seriously, he's not done much for front row. And then Sky also DNF'd as well in 30th. Mechanical issue. I think she blew up, overheated and blew her engine up. So P30th, tiebreak for her. Though I find it sarcastic that the same day she blew his engine as well in the Cup race. Makes you think, doesn't it? Let's go for themselves. Richie Griffiths, P2, nearly got the win. Nearly got his first win, so tiebreak for Richie. Sophie Buckingham 3rd, Archie 4th, Jonah 5th, Bella 6th, Leo 7th, 38th, Lewis 9th, and Lily gets another top 10, back-to-back top 10 for her. Good for her. And having no finishes, how about Preston? He got a nice 16th, good for him. Ashton Hicks 17th, Harry not good running 18th, Katie 20th, and you can see the rest of themselves down there. Connor Little 28th. Not a good day for him. So let's take a look at your point standings after Richmond. And here are your point standings after Richmond, and basically the first 7 races of the year, and I would say halfway through the year as well, since race 7. Does it count about halfway through the season since we're at race 7? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Archie Price is actually the points leader, despite him not winning the race. The only reason why he's leading the points is because he's being consistent. Really, he's only finished outside the top 10 twice, at New Hampshire and Berlin, when he kind of wrecked down that one. So that's why he's kind of up there in points lead, so good for Archie. Will Archie win a race? Probably. He might win a race at some point this year, but it depends if he can actually bring the speed and actually pull off a race somehow. If Lewis and Alfie don't take all the wins, so that's taking him 3rd in points. Lewis is only 5 points back from Archie, so we'll have to see what happens there. Lewis Norman 4th, sorry. So Buckingham ranks the top 5, 5th in points, Bella 6th, Jonas 7th, and Charlie is 8th in points. Currently, those drivers are currently in contention for the championship as they are pretty close on points to taking it. Dario and Freddie, Harriet have got some, and I guess Aaron, have all got some ground to make up if they want to catch up to them in points. They're going to have to hope for a miracle if they want to catch up because the max amount of points you can get in this series is like 40 if you're going to win the race, so... Not a picture just yet, but they've got some work to do. They've got a lot of work to do. Leo 13th, Connor. Ashton Hicks, Albert Stroud, Jeremy's 15th in points. He's done a pretty solid year so far. Richie 16th, Katie 17th, Lily is 18th, Birdie, and Ellis ranks top 20 and 20th in points. And then other drivers, I want to say, Liam Sheepman is 22nd in points, despite him even being like a top 10 contender most weeks. The only reason why he's like 22nd in points is because he's so inconsistent on DNFs. 3 wrecks, a few DNFs, has put him 22nd in points. Ouch. Same thing for Sky Nicholas as well. Had good runs, but just DNF sometimes. So, tough break for there. And you can see the rest of the results. You can see everyone else's. Preston 26th, Karis 28th. Harry and Kyron are 34th for taking the points firmware equipment. I'm just saying, firmware, you might want to start placing your drivers because they ain't performed very well. I mean, come on, these guys have been reviewed for how long now? Haven't done a lot. Anyways, that will do it for recap races for the Kenny Pro Series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a pretty longer episode than it usually is, but we have a few other races to talk about in this video, so yeah. Anyways, that's for me. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for another recap races episode. Next time, hopefully for the Kenny Cup Series. This is us at the Kenny Cup Series, though. Signing out for now. We'll see you all later.